Shane van Gisbergen was never supposed to do this on an oval, not at a place like EchoPark Speedway. Twice he was nearly taken out. Twice the chaos closed in around him. Most drivers would have faded. Instead, he charged forward and delivered his best oval finish ever. So what changed in that car and inside him that suddenly turned a road course star into a real Cup Series threat? On a chaotic Sunday afternoon in February 2026, he delivered his answer. The Autotrader 400 at EchoPark Speedway was everything modern NASCAR pack racing promises. Close quarters, relentless drafting, sudden swings of momentum that could elevate a driver from 20th to 5th in half a lap. By the time the checkered flag flew, the race had produced overtime drama, crushed hopes, and a reshuffled points picture. At the front, Tyler Reddick captured another statement victory for 23XI Racing, winning in overtime and securing back-to-back triumphs that immediately placed him among the early championship favorites. But buried within the headline was a result that may prove just as important over the long term. Shane van Gisbergen crossed the line in 6th place. It was not a lucky 6th. It was not the product of staying out of trouble while others fell away. It was earned through resilience, control, and a growing understanding of oval racing that is beginning to reshape how the garage views him. From the opening laps, the race unfolded at a relentless tempo. EchoPark Speedway demands precision. Drivers run inches apart at nearly 190 miles per hour, relying on airflow and split-second decisions to maintain track position. A slight misjudgment in the draft can trigger a chain reaction that wipes out half the field. The tension never fades. It builds with every lap. Van Gisbergen positioned himself carefully within the pack, showing patience early. He did not force moves that were not there. He studied the flow of lanes. He watched how runs developed off the corners. For a driver still refining his oval instincts, this awareness mattered. Then the chaos began. The first yellow flag incident erupted mid-pack. Cars stacked up entering the corner, and the accordion effect left little room to escape. Smoke filled the racing groove. Drivers scrambled for space. Van Gisbergen was caught in the turbulence, forced to check up and thread through narrowing gaps. Many in similar positions lost fenders or worse. He emerged with his car still capable of contending. The restart brought renewed aggression. Superspeedway-style racing resets emotions instantly. Whatever happened before the caution becomes irrelevant. Track position is everything. On the green flag, Van Gisbergen attacked the lower lane, pushing forward with calculated urgency. He did not overcommit. He kept his car stable, understanding that survival was only the first step. Advancement was the goal. Later in the race, another yellow flag incident threatened to undo his progress. Once again, the field compressed. Once again, the margins disappeared. Contact rippled through the pack. It is in these moments that experience usually separates veterans from newcomers. Yet Van Gisbergen displayed calm beyond his Cup tenure. He avoided the worst of the contact, preserved his momentum, and stayed connected to the lead draft. Each time adversity struck, he responded with clarity rather than panic. That response may be the most significant takeaway from the afternoon. Critics have long described him as a road course specialist. That label was reinforced by his stunning early success on technical layouts where braking zones and corner entry precision mirror the skills he sharpened in supercars. But NASCAR demands versatility. A championship run requires strength across short tracks, intermediates, superspeedways, and road courses. If Van Gisbergen was going to evolve from intriguing newcomer to legitimate contender, he had to prove that he could handle the oval grind. 6th place at EchoPark Speedway marks his best finish on an oval in the Cup Series. Numbers alone do not tell the full story. The manner in which he achieved it does. He was not riding at the back, hoping for attrition. He was inside the main pack, navigating air currents, choosing lanes, and defending position against drivers who have spent their entire careers in this environment. He showed improved timing in the draft, recognizing when a line was building momentum and when it was about to stall. He demonstrated restraint when the middle lane began to fade, slipping back to the bottom at the right moment rather than getting trapped. These are learned instincts. They do not arrive automatically. The closing stages amplified the pressure. Overtime reset the field and intensified the stakes. Tyler Reddick surged forward to claim victory, solidifying 23XY Racing's early season momentum and further elevating expectations around his campaign. Behind him, the fight for top 10 positions became frantic. Cars darted between lanes, bumpers connected, every inch mattered. Van Gisbergen held firm. He defended his spot without overextending. He chose stability over reckless lunges. When the checkered flag waved, he was sixth. In a race defined by unpredictability, he had turned chaos into opportunity. The impact extends beyond a single finishing position. In the Cup Series point structure, consistency can be as powerful as headline wins. A strong run on an oval builds credibility with crew chiefs and teammates. It strengthens the internal belief that performance is not confined to one style of track. It reinforces sponsor confidence. It quiets the external narrative that limits potential. For Trackhouse Racing, this result validates the long-term investment. Bringing a global champion into NASCAR always carried risk. The learning curve is steep. The scrutiny is intense. Every misstep is magnified. But growth has been steady, and EchoPark Speedway offered visible evidence that the adaptation process is accelerating. Van Gisbergen's background in Australian supercars shaped his racecraft in unique ways. Those cars demand precision and physical endurance. They reward drivers who can manage tire wear while maintaining aggression. Yet oval racing presents a different challenge. The corners blend into one another. The draft influences every decision. Patience must coexist with boldness. At EchoPark, those elements appeared more balanced than ever before. His throttle inputs were smoother in traffic. His car placement was deliberate. He trusted the air pushing off the rear bumper of the car ahead rather than backing out prematurely. That trust only develops through repetition and hard lessons. It signals comfort. Comfort at this level is dangerous for competitors. The broader 2026 season narrative is already taking shape. Tyler Reddick's consecutive victories have energized the championship conversation. 23XE Racing has positioned itself as a powerhouse early in the year. Meanwhile, established contenders are fighting to regain rhythm. In that landscape, Van Gisbergen's steady upward trajectory adds another layer of intrigue. He is no longer simply a curiosity. He is a variable. When future ovals appear on the schedule, rivals will not dismiss him as a driver to target or exploit. They will recognize that he can run in the draft. They will understand that he can survive incidents and still finish near the front. That shift in perception changes racing dynamics subtly but meaningfully. Resilience defined this performance. Many drivers would have allowed the first incident to derail their focus. Superspeedway crashes are mentally draining. The sound of contact lingers. The fear of being collected again creeps in. Yet Van Gisbergen reset quickly. His radio communication remained composed. He asked for information. He processed feedback. He made adjustments. After the second incident, the response was even more telling. Rather than settling for damage control, he pushed forward. That decision reflects confidence growing beneath the surface.